Luna on the loose. A bold and the beautiful prediction. Hi everyone. Welcome back to Beautiful Today, my channel. Before we start the video, I hope everyone is enjoying their day. Kindly give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. According to Bold and the Beautiful predictions, Luna Nozawa may soon be free to roam the streets and create havoc, potentially taking more lives on the CBS opera. Returning to Bold and the Beautiful, Luna Nozawa. Luna Nozawa recently made a comeback on Bold and the Beautiful when her mother, Poppy Nozawa, paid her a visit in prison. At the moment, Luna says she didn't intend to do all of the terrible things she did to individuals. She told her mother that she was no longer that person, and that it seemed like she had gone temporarily nuts. She pleaded with Poppy to pardon her, saying it's not who she is at all. Poppy acknowledges that her love for her daughter will never fade. She finds it difficult to forgive her on Bold and the Beautiful, though. She also unknowingly provided information to Luna. Additionally, it will probably spur the young crook to find a quick way out of jail. The malevolent villain is still planning on B&B. It was evident that Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, remained just as nasty as ever after the conclusion of her encounter with Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park. If her mother had seen Dollar Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, she inquired. Poppy refused, saying that they couldn't handle Luna kissing him. On Bold and the Beautiful, she affirmed that their relationship is finished. Luna was obviously quite happy to hear that. She flashed an evil grin, and it appeared like she was up to something when she returned to her cell. She sends Bill another letter shortly after, indicating that she still wants him. He obviously doesn't want anything to do with her or her correspondence. He threw the first one into the fireplace after all. However, it appears that Luna Nozawa is now on a fresh quest to reconnect with Bill, and she might get some unanticipated assistance in accomplishing it. Prediction for Bold and the Beautiful. Will Justin turn Luna as a weapon against Bill? Luna Nozawa probably wants to leave prison right now. She probably wants another chance to get her claws into Bill. She may therefore begin searching for a means of escape, and that might introduce her to Justin Barber, Aaron D. Spears, Bill's closest buddy. Although he has been Dollar Bill's best friend for years, the dubious lawyer is returning shortly and recently attempted to imprison Dollar Bill in order to seize control of his business. He may therefore view Luna as a means of ultimately overthrowing the corporate magnate. However, it's possible that Luna's letters begin to reach Bill on Bold and the Beautiful. Maybe he accepts her deception and helps her escape. Alternatively, her ex-boyfriend R.G. Forrester, Joshua Hoffman, could be willing to help her. He might be vulnerable to her manipulations because he was really in love with her. Given his motivation to destroy Bill, Justin would undoubtedly be the greatest choice. Luna is likely to find a way out, no matter how things turn out. There are many surprises and shocks in B&B. Watch the CBS daytime drama to find out if Luna Nozawa will soon be free. For many people, Los Angeles has long been a city of dreams because of its vibrant lights and fast-paced lifestyle. However, Luna Davidson was drawn here by something far deeper than the prospect of fame or wealth. Luna has always been a mysterious character who lived just beyond the Forrester and Spencer families' social circles. Few people were aware of her history, background, or even her actual intentions. Luna made her initial appearance in the Bold and the Beautiful universe under enigmatic circumstances. She had been presented as the Forresters' competitor designer, a newcomer to the fashion scene with much to prove. However, there was something about her that both those who knew her and those who believed they did not like. Her polished look and serene manner belied a much darker and more profound side. She was constantly there but never completely understood, like a shadow that lurked in the background. Nobody could have foreseen the next course of events. Chapter 2. A Risky Activity. Luna entered Forrester Creations with a proposal on a sunny afternoon. Forrester was at his desk going over plans for the next season when she walked in with a serene assurance that made him notice her right away. With a gentle, purposeful smile, she said, "Ridge, I believe it's time to discuss business. I have a concept that might completely transform Forrester Creations." Ridge looked up from his papers and gave her a suspicious yet curious look. Although Luna had long been one of his rivals, her brand had just recently begun to gain traction in the market. He never liked her, though, for some reason. He was unable to pinpoint it, but he was aware that he shouldn't put his trust in someone who was. Ridge inquired in a circumspect tone. Luna placed a sleek portfolio on the table in front of him and moved farther into the room. "A partnership," she remarked, her eyes sparkling. "Consider it. The collaboration between my label and Forrester Creations combines the best aspects of both industries. While I get to push my brand to the next level, you might reach a wider audience. A win-win situation." Ridge's brows wrinkled as he considered what she had said. From a commercial perspective, the plan seemed alluring, but Ridge couldn't shake the uneasy suspicion that Luna's pitch was too good to be true. Alliances were sometimes short-lived in the competitive fashion industry, and treachery was not unheard of. Ridge said, "You're asking for a lot of trust, Luna," without masking his hesitancy. "Why should I think that this is a real offer?" Luna's smile remained constant, although it now had a hint of bitterness. "Because you're aware of your juncture. Ridge, you're not the force you used to be. Your designs aren't evolving. Your private life is a chaos. This can be your opportunity to revitalize your brand." More than he wanted to acknowledge, her comments hurt. Indeed, Ridge had gone through a difficult time in his life. His creative spark had faded, and his personal relationships had been shattered. However, he had no intention of allowing Luna to take advantage of that. Ridge stated, "I'll give it some thought," but he wasn't prepared to commit. Luna grinned broadly. "Obviously. Don't take too long, though. Such opportunities don't come around very often." Chapter 3. The Surprising Development. Long after she left the office, Ridge couldn't get Luna's remarks out of her head. He tried to brush her off as another opportunist, but he couldn't help but be captivated. She had an edge about her, a cunning that further reduced his desire to trust her. Nevertheless, it was difficult to overlook the business plan she had put up. Ridge and his son Thomas met later that day to talk about Forrester Creations' current situation. Given their recent struggles to maintain the brand's relevance, the younger Forrester was excited to learn more about Luna's offer of a collaboration. Thomas said, "I think you should at least consider it. Luna is not a flimsy designer. She started from scratch and developed a strong brand. This kind of offer from her might be just what we need to regain our dominance." With a hand over his hair, Ridge answered, "I'm not sure. There is something about her that I find objectionable. She has already engaged in this tactic, taking what she can and then vanishing when it is convenient for her." Thomas laughed and said, "You're being paranoid. You stand to gain nothing. Furthermore, it's not as though we currently have any other groundbreaking concepts." Ridge took a while to reply because Luna's proposal was still circling around his head. However, he couldn't get rid of the impression that she was playing a much bigger game as the day went on. Luna made her move that evening. She pushed Ridge to reply right away with a string of messages, each one more urgent than the one before it. Although her insistence was unsettling, Ridge was forced to consider the possibility further. Chapter 4. Unleashing Luna. The following day, with the bustle of the city in the background, Ridge was seated across from Luna in a peaceful cafe in downtown Los Angeles. If only to listen to her, he had consented to see her again. However, Ridge was not prepared for what transpired next. Luna suddenly remarked, "I've made my decision," in a tone that was different from the calm, collected one he was accustomed to. "Ridge, I'm no longer providing a cooperation. I have another offer for you, something a lot larger." Leaning forward, Ridge was attentive to his impulses. What are you discussing? Luna's eyes shone with a mix of ill will and mischief. Ridge, you have been playing this game for far too long. You have established a name for yourself and a reputation. However, I'm tired of being the inferior designer. I've had enough of standing in the wings. I'm come now to claim what is rightfully mine. Ridge's heart was pounding. Have you not been planning this all along? A shiver ran down his spine as Luna laughed darkly. You believe that you are the only person who has engaged in the power and influence game. Ridge, you've underestimated me.
Luna got
I'm
up
taking
suddenly
charge
now.
and tossed a folded envelope on the table in front of Ridge before he could respond. This is only the start. Don't even consider yourself to be in control anymore. Ridge's head was spinning as he glanced after her as she left the cafe. What had just taken place? Furthermore, what did she mean when she said, "This is just the beginning"? Ridge quickly discovered the truth. Chapter 5. A Power Struggle. Ridge quickly discovered that Luna's influence went much beyond the fashion business. A number of documents in the packet she had given him disclosed her actual intentions. While gradually gaining access to the company's inner circle, she had been covertly acquiring Forrester Creation stock. Luna had demonstrated that she was more than simply a rival. She had made it her goal to unseat Ridge from Forrester Creations, and she would stop at nothing to achieve this goal. The knowledge that Luna wasn't acting alone, however, increased the risk of the scenario. Thomas started looking into Luna's past after growing suspicious of her abrupt ascent to fame. He discovered an astonishing fact. Over the years, Luna's family had been embroiled in a number of dubious business ventures. Her ascent to prominence was not an accident. Rather, it was the consequence of years of painstaking preparation and strategic manipulation. Ridge was hearing things he couldn't believe. From the beginning, Luna, the woman who had come off as so calm and endearing, had been playing him. And now Forrester Creations was under her authority. Chapter 6. The Final Account. With Luna firmly in control, Ridge realized he had to defend himself. However, the personal toll that this war would take further complicated matters. His legacy had always been the business, which he had founded himself. Everything he had worked so hard to achieve now seemed to be slipping away. Luna's gentle charm and lethal ambition had allowed her to become a strong influence in Los Angeles, influencing everyone around her. Ridge, however, would not allow her to prevail. He started preparing to regain control of his business, but he soon saw that Luna was after him, not just power. She would do whatever it took to destroy everything Ridge valued in the process. Chapter 7. A Brand New Era. Ridge's world kept falling apart as Luna's strength increased. Once the fashion industry's crown jewel, Forrester Creations was now in danger of going bankrupt. The Forresters suddenly found themselves embroiled in a conflict they never anticipated as Luna's influence grew like wildfire. However, Ridge discovered an unexpected ally in his own family, a family that was prepared to fight for their legacy at any cost, just as Luna believed she had won. Although Luna had taken the initiative, the Forrester family was not going to give up easily. No one, not even Luna, could have predicted where the struggle for control of Forrester Creations would end, and it had only just begun. Although Luna's rule was only getting started, would Ridge and his family manage to restore their heritage? Or would she be able to overthrow the Forrester empire? No one was immune from the havoc Luna had started, and the struggle for family, love, and power was about to take an unexpected turn.